Yes guys, good evening to all. This evening I will do a video of St. Luke's Church in St. George. Once again, which is in the parish of St. George. Yes guys. St. Luke's Church is at Brighton in St. George. So I will do a video of around the church. The church is through here, but I will go like further up here first. So yes guys, I'm in the parish of St. George once again, which is in the center of the island. St. George and St. Thomas are the two parishes in Barbados, best referred to as the heart of Barbados or the central uplands of Barbados. So there is no sea nor coastline in these parishes. This road here will lead back to either Waverley Court. This road here is known as Brighton Road. I will lead back to Draxall and so on. The road at the junction here, the left turn, will lead you back to Waverley Court via Ellerton and Eastland. My father is from Ellerton, St. George. So my father's side of the family is from this area. And the road here to the left, the road here to the right, sorry, the left turn will be to Ellerton, Eastland and Waverley Court in St. George. And the right turn will be to the Mount and back to, it would also be back to part of Ellerton and St. George as well, via the Mount and Superlative and Prerogative and Greens. So yes guys, St. George is an agricultural parish. You can see all the farmland here. So St. George is an agricultural parish here in Barbados. St. George and let me repeat myself. St. George is an agricultural parish, and it is also the breadbasket parish of Barbados as well. St. George was carved out of the parish of St. Michael between 1640 and 1641. So St. Michael is the mother parish and St. George was the offspring. So this part of St. George is St. George South, which is rather quiet and also lush and green as well. So straight ahead now, we'll be leading you back to Draxall via Melbourne and to the old St. Luke's Girls' School, which is now the skills training, the Barbados Vocational Training Board. Where you can learn a trade in carpentry, auto body repairs, machinery, or anything like that. And this way to St. Luke's Church via Brighton. So let's go to Draxall. St. George is just up the road here. So this is the route that the Draxall bus takes. Let's go. St. Luke's is in a rather isolated position, a lonely road. They have no houses near St. Luke's Church. The houses are further back up the road here, but where St. Luke's Church is just campground on both sides, as you can see. So St. Luke's Anglican Church, a small chapel tucked away in the heart of Barbados, quite a rural church, St. Luke's Anglican Church, which dates back to 1830. So as I said before, St. George is the breadbasket parish of Barbados, and it was carved out of St. Michael, the parish of St. Michael, between 1640 and 1641. So St. Michael is the mother parish, and St. George was carved out of it. Below here, you can see the St. George Valley, Buckley and that area, and back to the estates at Border Hall in St. George. And you can see a bit of Christ Church, which is to the south of the island as well. So St. Luke's was in this isolated position for many years. Most of the Anglican churches in Barbados were built in isolated positions, isolated from the people, so that back in those days, the plantation owners wanted the church for them and their family. So they built the churches back in those days, back in the 1600s, 17 and 1800s. They built the churches away from houses. Because back in those days, that was for them and their family. The slaves couldn't go into the church not until after slavery in 1838 or so. We can back up to Brighton, Upper Brighton, as they would call it, because all here is Brighton, and below St. Luke's Church is also Brighton. So this is Brighton looking back up towards Draxall and St George and Melverton and that area. And you can see a bit of the southeastern coastline with Foul Bay and that area in St Philip. And you can see all up to the airport in Christchurch as well. So this is all Brighton Road. This road leads to St Luke's Church and School. So St George is also home to the second oldest place of worship in Barbados, St George Parish Church, which is to the northern side of St George. At the glebe, St George Parish Church dates back to 1641 and rebuilt in 1784. And it is less Georgian and more Gothic, and it has the resurrection painting inside, above the altar, behind the altar. That's good. St. Luke's Anglican Church. I'm now approaching St. Luke's Church, which is at Brighton St George. This is St George South, and we can see all over the St George Valley just below here, and we can see all into Christchurch, which is to the south, which is just behind the St George Valley. So the St George South area is rather picturesque and lush and green and quiet as well. So this is all farmland. I think Keynes was here. Things changed up a lot now over here since my last visit in 2016. I'm now getting back into frequenting this area, but it is very lonely. Years ago, people used to be afraid to walk this road because they would say that the hard man would kidnap you and cut out your gut, hide in the cane fields and cut out your guts and so on. I don't know how true that story is. And they also said that the hard man was from St George, and he used to drive a black car and used to drive a boat mostly at night. Yes, guys, here it is, St Luke's Anglican Church at Brighton St George once again. So down below now, behind this church will be St Luke's Brighton Primary School, which will be St Luke's Boys School. Let's go to St Luke's Anglican Church, which is established in 1830. This is the time of services. And this is the playground for the children. This is the driveway to the church. So this is the south porch. The south porch here, which is an addition to the church. And this is the statue of St. Luke here, the patron saint which the church is named after. So this is the south entrance, and this is the statue of Archangel Raphael. where the old vicarage was. I think the vicarage that demolished from here either in 2004 or 5, or most or 5, 2005, 6, somewhere around there. Right? This vicarage was demolished from down here, from here. So I'm not sure what this is now that is here. So St. Luke's is a quiet little rural church here in the heart of Barbados. St. Luke's Church is notorious for its location and how it is in an isolated position, no houses around the church, just a lonely road and a very dangerous area as well. A place that one used to be fearful to walk at night. St. Luke's Anglican Episcopal Church here in the parish of St. George. This is the church cemetery here. I think my grandmother and one of my uncles are interred in this cemetery. My grandparents, my paternal grandparents are buried here, and one of my uncles as well. And the old vicarage where the priest used to live. And we can see the church, the cane ground out here as well. We can see all up back up to the Mount Hill. St. Luke's Church was also the place of worship for former centenarian James Cisnet, who lived to 113 years. He was born in 1900 and died in 2013. He is also laid to rest at St. Luke's Church, as well as the Lashleys, who was the citizen here, Mr. Lashley, and so on. So James Cisnet, for those of you who don't know, James Cisnet was 113 years old when he died in 2013, and he was a member of this church. This church is also the member of this church is also the former place of worship for another centenarian by the name of Sylvester Burton, who was still driving when he reached his milestone, his century. He was still driving. He drove himself to the Governor General's residence about a year ago. He drove himself to the Governor General's residence to receive his award and to his visit from the Governor General. The Governor General often visits those persons who turn 100 years old. Whoever is the Governor General visits the person who turns a centenarian each year or each month, or whenever they turn that age, 100 years old, the Governor General pays them a visit at their home. But he drove himself to the Governor General's residence. Sylvester Burton is also a member here, if he is not passed yet, and he still drives. And you can see the school building down below next to the church, and you can see all of the St. George Valley. Thank you guys for watching now, and have a blessed and a wonderful evening.